Hello and welcome to the ESL Pro League Season 6 North American Division. I'm DK and I'm joined by the wonderful Karath. And Karath, we have some exciting CS kicking off today, don't we?
Yeah, it's a great way to start season number 6. First up, OpTic with their new roster.
Yeah, this is exciting stuff. I was a bit of a fanboying about this match a little bit, and the fact that we get to cast it is some amazing stuff. But how do you think the game will end up today? I mean, they've had their break, they're coming back. Brand new roster, I think there's some speculation out there.
I think there's overall a lot of speculation over the entire NA League. I mean, the player roster or the player break, all these player rosters have changed in some format, not just barely any teams actually being untouched. Only, I think SK Gaming the only untouched roster out of all of them. Otherwise, for all the other teams, it's just been mix and matching. Yeah. I mean, even Cloud9's changed, OpTic has changed, some of the forerunners have changed, even Immortals coming second in the grand finals of the major, even they've changed to some degree as well.
There is a lot of chopping and changing. Something that hasn't changed is that this wonderful action of the ESL Pro League would not be possible without Intel, and Intel, the world is watching. Get an i7 in your PC if you want to become stream stars like us and make that dope money. It's nice being esport rich, huh?
Yeah, I mean, i7's great.
Yeah, the i7 is great though. So back to the CS. I mean, obviously, I think OpTic's our favorite to win, but we've been putting a lot of focus onto OpTic. How do you think their opponents line up today?
Ghost, it's just not the same caliber. I mean, even if you do give consideration towards the fact that OpTic have 3 of their members currently playing in Europe and 2 of them in NA, even if we consider the ping-wise, I just think the class is just completely separate. We're talking about Tier 1 EU as well as NA players versing against a Tier 2 NA team. That said, I mean, we can't take anything away from Ghost Gaming. They've had a lineup which have consistently improved over the last few months, made their way in towards EPL, but I think their first matchup against OpTic is just a little bit tough. But they have what it takes. They've got they've got their coach filling in for them, but they know their strategies. So maybe, just maybe, if they can come in, hit their shots, use some 6 strategies against more of a kind of pug-style OpTic, because after all, this roster just did form. Who knows? But jumping back in towards the entire season for Season 6, the standings.
Yes, the standings right now are completely even. Yeah. CLG is on the top there for... Is that alphabetical? I don't even know. I don't think it is, but there you go. CLG.
It is, actually. It actually is alphabetical. Yeah, it's alphabetical.
So
there we have it.
CLG, Cloud9, Complexity Gaming, Ghost, Immortals, Luminosity, Misfits, NRG, OpTic, Renegades. Oh, it's a shout out there. SK, Splice, Team Liquid, and Team Rogue. Who are the standouts here? We talked about there may be a bit of a split coming through, and obviously you see the Cloud9 roster. It has changed, but you know, you arguably for the better. There is definitely a bit of separation there. I mean, today's game may be an indicator of that. I mean, like, who knows how this OpTic will go? I think the Bears in the pre-show put it perfectly. He said, it's like mum's casserole, right? These are like the leftover players from a couple of EU teams, the NA teams. You put it in the fridge, you leave it overnight, you eat it the next day. It's that much better. Or it could go off and give you food poisoning. We'll find out really shortly.
Not that good. I'd say in the first couple of weeks, we shouldn't put too much emphasis into the results. Just too much in terms of these top tier teams.
You put emphasis on every result, and then you cast them out to the wild if they don't perform.
Yeah, true that.
There's a warning, OpTic. Bring it.
We should actually say that. It's just as soon as OpTic drop a single map, we should say they're overrated. But on a serious note, instead of, like, all jokes aside, I'd say 5 to 6 weeks, I wouldn't take too much emphasis into the results of any of the teams that have roster changes. Yeah. Just simply because they're still trying to figure out their team dynamic. They're trying to figure out what strategies work and which don't. So I wouldn't be surprised to see maybe a couple of Tier 2 teams actually take close maps. Yeah, I still favor that. I still favor, you know, the heavy favorites such as OpTic, such as SK Gaming, Immortals, and Cloud9, and it's just a big possibility as opposed to a smaller possibility.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I mean, there is the division there, and we did see the Mountain Dew League that does feed into this league. You know, check out all the info there on the website, and here we go. Match day 1 here on our stream. We will be checking out OpTic and Ghost, and a bit later on in the afternoon, Splice and NRG. How do you think that game will line up?
We can talk about that more later, I guess, in the pre-show, because we can also talk about the mainstream as well. Wow, what a lineup. It's going to be Liquid up against SK Gaming first, and then followed by CLG versus Cloud9.
Yeah, so some interesting stuff. Obviously, a couple of the OpTic boys gone over to the Cloud9 team to try to reinforce their barracks. But I think this OpTic lineup, there may be some comeuppance there if they get a stronger result than Cloud9 in this Pro League. That would be interesting, wouldn't it?
It's still a bit of a stir. Still a story to be told. Yeah. This season is quite long. We're still in the early days. In fact, the first day, so we can't really paint the entire picture yet.
Still kind of, sort of almost playing with substitute as a player will leave, and I think there's rumors of HS from Penta joining them. So, I mean, that's rumored to be a month, but you know, this is a crazy scene where a lot of rumors end up being a little bit true. So we'll see how that
Well,
happens.
the OpTic did kind of come out to be true in the end. Everyone was hyping up
Yeah.
the Super EU lineup. The only question was whether or not, I think there was that was the two questions, whether the OpTic lineup was going to be that EU Super lineup, and then whether they're going to compete in EU and NA, because it did come in quite late. We only found out the roster, I think it was yesterday.
Yeah,
By our times. I don't know what it was in American or European times. I know that's all out of whack in terms of
these
down
guys
under.
are like, I mean, they're not necessarily passive, but these guys were like the war dogs of like 2-3 years ago that really were kind of part of those like dominant NIP teams and those European teams. But I mean, if you have a favorite player, vote for them on the fan vote by PaySafe card. I mean, out of this new Powerhouse OpTic team that we're calling Powerhouse, who would you vote for, man?
No, you vote for first.
Alu, man. His quotes are like, I mean, I wish I had a can of like
Are
drink or
those
something.
Red Bulls for the commercials?
Sounds like a nice guy,
Yeah.
but yeah, I had an opportunity. I thought I was going to meet him once before Ents, and then he left Ents for obviously head-to-face. And then
yep.
spoke to all the owners of Ents, and they told me they all had brand new cars because of the Alu money. They're all like, you know, Japanese, you know, kind of mid-range cars, but they all had new cars, yeah. So there you go. And the Pro League Season 6 will be having an epic finals, and I'm going to let my co-caster here, Karath, try to pronounce where it is.
Isn't it Odense?
Is it Odense? Well,
Odense.
Let's just be Australian. It's in Odense, mate.
Is it Odense? Okay.
It's Northern Europe's largest hub for robots and drones. And there you go. Odense, Season 6. Who are you going to be there? Call it. One team that's going to be there in the final.
One
in
team,
Odense.
SK.
SK?
That's actually the safe. That's probably the safest bet that
Man,
you can
you're
make. It's just
come on, man.
that is a very
give
safe
me something
bet.
bold.
Bold. CLG.
Cloud9.
That's bold.
Cloud9, yeah.
That Cloud9 is not even that bold of a prediction
at all.
That's not even.
2K sucks. There you go.
No, I will disagree with you there. I will disagree with you there heavily. But back towards, I mean, we've been talking a lot about OpTic, but we haven't talked that much about Ghost Gaming. And this is going all the way back towards B's Money Crew. This is back for the qualification, not only for EPL. These guys have been playing together for quite a while, and now also bringing in ZQK. It's going to be interesting to see how they've got a lot of IGLs and a lot of coaches. I mean, B is actually also filling in as well. He's normally their coach, but they can't actually field Neptune because Neptune's under the certain age to play in EPL, so they've got to fill in for the substitute. They've got 3 masterminds. They know how Ghost will play together, but do they have enough firepower to take it against just, once again, the all-star lineup of OpTic Gaming?
Yeah, I'm going to say no. Just quickly off the bat there. I mean, you look at that roster there, you got Nap and Mixwell, who are the OGs. And then you look at the bottom half, right? You got Alu, Freiburg, and Magic Sport. It's just kind of, I mean, Ghost, they may be a little ghosting this game. Well done.
I'm just going to ignore all your puns because they're just
there is
completely
something
off
good
today.
there. There's definitely something good there.
It's more off than the mum's casserole you left in the fridge for about 3 days.
That was a DeBez thing. That was I loved when he said that because here you go. You do. I mean, like, it's crazy, right? It just shows how much talent there is in the world. That players like Alu and Freiburg, who had retired indefinitely, gets picked up by this team, and these guys are still really great characters. Maybe we're a bit romantic because, you know, there was a heyday a couple of years ago when there was the dominant teams when this was really picking up as a title, but I mean, in a world where that roster on OpTic and those names are kind of like the guys that are left in the cold, man, like, and then I look at when I play MM and just absolutely suck, it's like, what are these guys on? It's just that next level when Freiburg can't stay in a team and then gets picked up by an NA division team to just kind of romp house. I think that will be the case, yeah.
It's not so easy, though. I mean, we're giving a lot of credit towards OpTic. We're not giving enough towards B's Money Crew or now Ghost Gaming, which is that lineup who did qualify for EPL. And they're also young, and they've got this talent. They don't have as much experience. Well, I mean, some of them have been around for quite a while, but in comparison towards the players on OpTic, they've got that severe lack of experience.
Yeah, that's very true. I mean, there's a lot of major seasoned players here, but I mean, we could throw our numbers. We are Asian, so we should be good at numbers, but we can have a look at proper odds from Betway here, and let's see what they make of the matchups and see where they line up this OpTic super team against, you know, what do you think they'll be? Let's take a guess.
Let's
not bring them up here. Let's take a guess.
I still believe OpTic will be favoured.
Yeah?
They should be favoured quite heavily over Ghost Gaming.
Heavily? Give me odds, mate. Give me numbers. Give me numbers.
Numbers.
Give me equations.
Equations?
No, just numbers.
Okay, I'll just give numbers. I'll give percentage, right? So it should be about 70% towards OpTic, 30% towards Ghost.
Oh, yeah. Put the
about
dealer on that.
That's about percentage-wise.
Yeah.
I mean, it's it's not completely outlandish that Ghost can still take it, given the EU ping as well as the fact that it's a lineup that's still trying to that's still cementing themselves in terms of their strategy against a team that has actually played for quite a while.
Yeah.
Ghost Gaming is not like a new lineup that has just come out of nowhere. It's a team that have been playing consistently together. So if it can go towards a 1-1. That's why I say 70-30, because it's still favored towards OpTic just that little bit more.
Yeah, that's true.
It doesn't make any sense, does it?
No, that makes absolute sense.
You're just contemplating really really hard.
No, I'm not contemplating. I'm trying to I was thinking whether I'd lie to you and come up with these odds that are going to be exactly correct because I've already seen the odds.
Oh, what?
Or I would try to make some BS reasoning. You'd be like, "You're crazy, man," and then you come up and they're exactly the same odds. But yeah, I do definitely get your point. And I mean, there is that. I mean, what do you make of this kind of gelling period or the synergy that teams need to get, right? Like in our local scene at home, Australia, I mean, you got teams that have, essentially there's one team that has been together and they seem to be posting more results than others, right? And it's kind of coming to a point where it's been a couple of years now maybe, and they're like, hey, I mean, it's a different league of Counter-Strike. Obviously, the talent pool is significantly different. There is some disparity there on the global stage, but it's like, they stay together longer. They weren't necessarily the best, but they grind it out. The synergy's there. They can call their shots, and then you got these, it kind of ticks me off a little bit when people aren't given the chance. And what do you think? How much time do you think these guys will need, or do you think they'll just fire off, looking at the experience of the players?
It always goes two ways, doesn't it? It either goes, it's rough at the beginning, no one knows exactly what everyone's doing, and it'll take about a good, I'd say 1 or 2 months of practice before everyone's gelled together and they figure out exactly what each other's roles are.
Yeah.
Or you can just instantly just hit it off from the bat, and it'll be a honeymoon period for the next 2 months, and you can see OpTic just completely smashing. Well, who knows? Here we go, on towards map number 1 of match day number 1. It is going to be Ghost Gaming on the CT side. Let's see how OpTic can go on the offense, and it's going to be a retake A strategy. You can see that heavy B stack coming out from Ghost Gaming, and it's just a single smoke and kit on ZQK. Or is it Zeke? Uncertain. It's a 3-letter alias. And OpTic just going to throw that smoke on the cross. They're going to get the bomb plant down, and the retake will begin in earnest as soon as the CTs rotate through. Yeah,
so retaking against OpTic, that's a pretty bold move there, but obviously something they have planned out before the bomb does go down. We do see a kit and a smoke on ZQK, so that may come in handy in a situation, but a face hasn't really happened as of yet. They're all kind of trying to sync up, get it. Mixwell has been spotted there, takes a couple of shots. It gets eventually taken down by B, so there you go. It's a 4-on-5 situation, and everything in their favor right now, but that bomb has been planned for a little while.
Naf and Alu. Alu's going to get pick up 2 as well, and it's up towards a 2-on-2. Rick's charging in towards Quad. Needs to get his headshot onto his Magisk and manages to do so, and it looks like Connor's got the kit. Both players have armor. Freiberg does not have any armor whatsoever, and Ghost Gaming going to pick up the first round.
And there you have 6th birthday celebrations. 6th birthday? 5th birthday?
5th birthday.
5th birthday celebration.
Birthday, yep.
That might get annoying if there's a lot of defusers happening, but there you go. Nice little meme added.
Happy birthday.
Volvo. So, 1-0, there you go. I think this is, it was absolutely essential that Ghost picked up this pistol round, and it didn't look like it would shape up to be the case, but obviously, they retake very confident on that bomb side, and there you go. 1-0. Yeah, can they capitalize and make it 3?
Rick starting off hot as well. He got 3 pistol kills, and you can see that M4 immediately coming out. OpTic with the bomb plant, just looking to see if they can force any damage, or maybe another bomb plant with just these pistols. Yeah,
very little, no investment. A couple of P2 fiddies over on Magic's, Mixwell, and Alu, and we'll see if they can get a bomb plant here. Maybe get a rifle, but it looks very unlikely that will be the case, and you see the utilities over on Ghost Gaming, so we'll see what will happen here. One similar kind of setup. We do see Seb there kind of holding toward the quad position, and looks like the presence is focused towards that mid area, not giving away control too easily, but it looks like this will be quite an easy fight, especially with those rifles in hand. Yeah, just popping heads right now. Magic go down. And there you go, Mixwell. You really put that P250 to work, but he gets tagged down to 14 for his trouble, so it's a 4-on-4 situation, but still got to favor that firepower there.
Ooh, still alive on 11 HP. Alu tries to make something work out. Doesn't really. Now Rex is coming in to join the party. Easy cleanup towards mid. 2 angles that the T's have to worry about, but really just a throwaway round. They're going to be okay with that. Now come the AK-47s.
He banks up a little bit of cash with that MP7 in head, controlling mid, and then picks up his mates for mass there. So rifles are coming out. UMP might stay on B there. Looks like it will. And ZQK holding on to that MP7. And there you go. AK is all out for Du Bois on OpTic. We'll see if they can make this work and kind of snap away that 3rd round.
Ooh, Ghost might be going for a B side progression play, so it's up to Naf to hold this off. And this is a smart play to make for Ghost Gaming. They don't have that much utility. You can see that there's heavy, heavy damage done on both sides already, but it's going to be OpTic that's a little bit better off. They've got the information, but look at this. ZQK actually pushing in towards mid. He's got the information that there's no one close garage. Now he hears Freiberg as well. MP7 against AK-47's never going to go in favor, especially when Freiberg's ready and waiting. So the advantage now on OpTic.
Freiberg, how I've missed you. That's gross. But there you go, Freiberg showing the class that he's made of. He is not rusty at all if any questions were there, but I mean, still very early days. 2-0. The numbers in favor of OpTic right now is a 5-on-3 situation, and Rix is super low as a UMP. There's a couple of mollies on this CT side here, so they might be able to clear out a couple of these angles, but this retake is going to be a lot harder. The first one was from the pistol. Seb spots one towards quad and can't stick the shots. So it is still a 3-on-5 boost coming out here from Magic. It's going to see if anyone's up there, up on those rafters. Looks like they're going to spot anyone.
That's actually pushing very, very close. With the flashbang, gets that pick on towards Alu. Molotov actually takes down Mixwell. So even now, there is a chance for Ghost Gaming to come back into this. A 3-on-3, 2 quad. But look at that, Magisk boosted up. We'll take down Seb. Flashes coming out of quad. 2 flashes. B still making his way around. Rick's very, very low. They spotted out B. And another headshot coming out from Magisk. And now it's going to be a third as well. Good round from OpTic as they keep 3 up.
Yeah, Magisk's almost going down there on 2. Hell, taking that fight against the FAMAS, but OpTic will kind of steal away that third round there, so there you go, 2-1. And is this essentially the beginning of the end for the old boys on Ghost?
It's still too early to tell.
You make a
favoring
call.
OpTic.
Be bold, man. Make a call. You know what? It's just gonna be a landslide. I'm just leaving. We're gonna get a coffee, maybe watch some VODs. I'm calling it. It's gonna be 16-2 to Ghost because everyone can be political. Man. I've been wrong so much in my life. It doesn't even matter anymore. So I'm making those calls. 16-2, mate. Actually, 16-4.
It's like the first couple of paint strokes have gone on towards a canvas, and we're trying to guess what the artist is doing so far. It's still too early days to tell.
Really
we haven't seen the orbs come out. We haven't seen the full rifle setup coming out of Ghost Gaming as well.
That's true.
I want to see the double orb setup. You know, how is that going to work? How is OpTic going to counter that? And, well, the A site is just going to be cracked right now. A little bit of aggression means that OpTic do trade that 1 for 3, and Rix just has to dance around and stay alive. He has to blow the smoke grenade just to keep himself alive, but now OpTic know that there is one towards that quad position, and they're moving in slowly.
Yeah, so I mean, that should be pretty one-sided, giving his position away. Now it's all down to B, finds one onto Mixwell with that headshot using the CZ, but unfortunately gets taken down top our highway, so it looks like it will be a 2-on-2. And going back to your brushstroke metaphor, have you used that before? That was really beautiful, man.
No, I haven't.
That made me feel. I didn't know you had that side in
Feel
you,
bad or feel good?
Like romantic style.
I don't know.
That was cool, dude. There you go. You know what? The prospect of Arlo getting that orb, this is going to be exciting. We'll see if we can bring back some of the days of old and see if he's going to be a bit more dynamic with it or just kind of go old school and play it safe and feel his way in his position in his team, because I guess that's one of the fitting roles, right? Like, see how you position your AWP coming into a team like this.
Well, good thing that Ghost actually failed that boost, because Mixwell was already very, very close towards A-Man. They would have heard one of them being boosted up onto a Shroud. It did fail towards the end, though. AWP also comes out on the side of Ghost. It is going to be on the hands of ZQK. Or is it ZQK? Who knows?
Oh, no, it's ZQK, man. This is the NA Pro League. Z? What's Z?
Z, that's right. It is Z.
It is Z. It's ZQK, bro, with his bros Rick, Seb, Connor, and B.
Oh, dear.
On Ghost. So here we go. Okay, so it's still a 5-on-5 just grinding out, just under a minute left on the clock, and it looks like the bomb will be heading out onto that site. But do you see a bit of a heavy 3-stack here from the guys on Ghost, and ZQK really needs to land that shot if it's going to make anything work. But Mixel, some huge opening frags to get onto his bomb site, but little do they know is Seb. He could make a big play here. I don't think his presence known yet, but they're still very conscious there could be someone on the site. Flashes will rain out. He needs to pick up one, or I think he needs to pick up 2 here at least. Even up number 3, Steve gets spotted. Magic takes him down straight away. I think that's a lot of the case sometimes when you see duels against NA EU players. Just the aim, the dynamic aim is just edged out by the EU guys. But you know what? That's me being a little bit Counter-Strike racist.
OpTic was also playing it very smart as well. They got the first 2 entries. They knew they didn't need to flood into the site. They could just wait for the smokes to fade and just slowly play the flashbangs. They had the superior positions, and now they're going to go on the chase as Ghost decide just to give up this round. They need to save, and it's a good decision. But whether or not they can save these 2 rifles is still to be determined. These 2 players are slightly isolated. They're not really playing together. You can see OpTic now on the hunt, Freiberg on the charge.
Yeah, at this stage, it's just a matter of if they can take Oh, if they push further towards here, but if they can take down a couple with them, because I feel like they're going to get spotted here. Freiburg does spot one, sprays down, gets taken down to 88. And on that lucky number, he should get this frag onto Riggs here. Oh, ring around the rosy coming out, and there you go. Freiburg does deliver. B does stay alive and manages to stay for that M4, though, and a couple of utility and that body armor.
But now OpTic is starting to build up a bit of a bank, and Ghost... Just that, even with that single missed AWP shot, you can really see the difference. Mixwell was able to punish that by getting the first kill and then getting the second as well. Imagine they got the pick on towards Mixwell. Maybe they wouldn't be able to flood against the A side. And that's those single entries that do become very, very important towards the end. It's going to find a fancier word than important, but...
You used it all up with that
Mythosaurus
painting
is
metaphor.
Slightly failing me today.
No, well, you're casting with me, mate, so you seem like quite the encyclopedia. Next to my...
Encyclopedia?
Well, apparently that's how it's pronounced, isn't it?
Really?
It's
Okay.
a Ted Mosby thing.
Oh, right. I thought it was an Impedia. Maybe that's just been a lie my entire life.
Anyway, moving back to the Counter-Strike. Freiburg pushing quite forward here. In mid there. So where someone is in the Z position, he could get an awesome spray down. He finds the one, doesn't get the second. It's actually a TK, so he only gets the assist on there, but still results reigning supreme for OpTic Gaming as they come out onto the bomb site. Mixwell gets the call out, so he takes out the rest of the trash that is sitting down. Highway and ZQK, his holding truck with a P250, absolutely no body armor, so if he can get this frag, it will be quite good for his ego, I guess, at this stage, because there's not much else he's playing for right now. And there you go, B. The position gets taken down straight over Mixwell. So no saving this time, B. And, you know, as a pair of Asian casters, we all love saving, don't we?
Do we? I just spend everything.
What do you call a precise Asian? Exactly.
Oh, fair enough.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't really like saving. I'm terrible with money. Luckily,
Really?
luckily I don't get that much doing this stuff.
So,
two versus 4. The landslide might be starting. I mean, the numbers haven't been too one-sided in terms of frags going into these rounds, but it does look like OpTic definitely have control of this map right now.
It's just difficult as well, because Ghost, every single time they're buying these pistols, they are losing out utility in these buy rounds, and now B's actually put his hand up and gone, yep, I want the AWP, but at what cost? No body armor? That's pretty much all the early utility gone, and the flashbangs do not work at all, as Aloe and Mixwell just hold off that A-man aggression. It's a nice try from Ghost Gaming to try to dictate the games on their by their own pace. By their own tempo. I was trying to figure out the word for them.
I think you put too much impetus on your own thesaurus. Just let it flow. It's beautiful when you let it flow. Just release and let it flow. It's amazing.
If I just let it flow, it just becomes just very, very simple words where it just goes, good headshot. Really, really good entries there.
Hey, maybe that's what all the people want to hear, man. So it's a 5-on-2. Riggs and Connor there holding those M4s. They're absolutely out of utility right now, and this is a 5-up. So this is just going to be some clinical stuff right now. I can't imagine that OpTic want to give away any frag to this, so they can play this very strategically. Bomb still towards A main there. It looks like the lurk is on from Naf, so he might find an easy frag onto Connor here, which he will! The 180 coming out, but unfortunately not getting the frag down. Does get taken down to 56 for his trouble. That's a nice little deuce there for Naf, and deuce is probably not the word to say 2 frags. Deuce does not sound good.
Double down?
Double down?
Double down.
You're a blackjack player, mate.
No. There's just 2 kills.
Yeah, double down.
I've had worse ways to describe 2 kills before, so I'll just leave it at that.
What if you do like 4? What if you get 2 kills and then you get 4K? That's a double down as well, right? It could get confusing.
A double down? Maybe. As a fast boost comes out towards mid. It is once again armor and pistols. It is going to be the 5th round loss for Ghost Gaming if they do lose, and it just looks like that way as well, because the OpTic train is starting to get going. The green wall just looking just too good right now for Ghost, as they have done no damage at all recently.
I'm sorry, yes. It is a 5-on-2 there. A couple of CZs, only armor onto Seb, and absolutely no utility. So this should be very similar to the last round, very nostalgic of that, but it looks like they have far superior less firepower there. A couple of M4s got shut down straight away. So Seb might be able to do a couple of shots off here and get a little bit of damage. So maybe retrieve a gun if he plays enough sneaky beaky, but I think he's taking way too much time. He is playing cautious, but if he can spot Mixwell out here, oh, there you go, takes a shot, there you go, but cannot retrieve that gun, very unfortunately. And yeah, you said the train will be starting. Excuse me, I called the train after the 3rd round, so credit where credit is due, sir.
It's still early days.
You look at me like I'm an idiot, which is not.
I did not.
Incorrect. It's not incorrect.
I did not. I just
look at the bank. 11k on Alu, 11k on Mixwell, 13k on Magix. Freiburg on 10, and Naf letting the team down a little bit on 9k, but that is still a very healthy economy here. So just, not losing any of those frags. 13 and 5 on Mixwell. So I mean, you know, he's just really bringing the stats in over here. And Ghost Gaming, completely different story. The AWP does come back out. Hopefully, TQK, just a little bit of a warm-up session there, can find those opening frags, lock down the bomb site. Because, I mean, what a different story this we might be telling right now if he kind of lands that first shot, right? Shuts down that first push and maybe Mixwell doesn't. Yeah, maybe Mixwell doesn't get on this like heater that he gets on after that, right? Very momentum-heavy game, as we all know. We do have a pause coming out here.
Double op setup coming out from Ghost Gaming as well. So they're just talking about where they want to take these AWPs right now, where the emphasis needs to be. OpTic, so far, really just doing a 3 or 4-1 split. They're just leaving NAF to just go lurk towards the B site. They just try to create that opportunity towards A, and this time it's actually giving it Alu as well, just giving NAF a little bit of a hand. Actually, they just split as a default all across the board. Less emphasis given towards A main this time, but NAF picks up the B push on B with the AWP. Easy pick, and one of the AWPs already lost, so Ghost Gaming, they do give away some easy kills, and this shot needs to land from ZQK, but it doesn't. And once again, OpTic has just allowed control of this A bomb site. Molotov goes towards MBK. Smokes it out there, but obviously there's present there, the spray coming through Mixwell. So there you go, double op setup, gets absolutely nothing done. Very unfortunate, heavy investment there. Mixwell spots another, eventually gets taken down by Seb. So there you go, taking down the man of the hour. It's a 3-on-4 situation there, but still once again, bomb heading towards that A bomb site. Someone needs to tell these OpTic guys that there is a B, but right now with the success rate, why even bother? Magic's just trying to let his presence be known there in Squeaky. Eventually gets taken down, Seb. He hears him, he takes him down there. Nice little flash coming in, needs to find more than one here. And he does, so now it's all down to Naf on 3 HP. Does have the AWPs to give himself the best chance possible, but it looks like it might be a round going to Ghost Gaming. Huge round coming out from Seb as well as Ghost Gaming. Seb picking up 4, nearly gets the ace as well. Naf on 3 HP, and that just might be the turnaround that Ghost need. Now it's up to Naf. He's got the AWP in hand. As you mentioned, just a one-shot kill, which is what he needs at this stage. But both members of Ghost not shifting from their position, staying safe on the site. Oh my goodness, Connor. 4x3. Has not been spotted out, has just barely been spotted out. Naf misses the shot, they know where he is now. But the fire still hasn't come out from the side of Ghost, and Naf has to commit towards this A-bomb site. There's no time left to go anywhere else. And Ghost, as long as they don't line up for him, Connor's just edge spotting, has spotted him out again, but he's missing a lot of the shots from the M4. He has to push him with the CZ, and finally, Naf has put out of his misery, and Ghost, rough round. But they do take it in the end, thanks to Seb, who goes huge. Yeah, and they do recover one of those AWPs there, which is good for the economy there. But once again, look at it, they do also lose that max round loss bonus. So, I mean, a lot of these guys on double digits here, it's not going to be good if they can't string together a couple of rounds or at least keep a couple of players alive. And even if they do string together a couple of rounds, if it's just 1 or 2 players up, it's going to be hard to kind of build that money train. So Mixwell actually giving the AWP now. That's a little bit surprising, given the situation. Okay, they've been switched back around. Yeah. It's a shuffle here. It's really just musical chairs right now with the AWP. Okay, just giving a lot of emphasis towards the boost area, which is finally going to be utilized by Alu, who's going to have the AWP. Might be joined by one of his friends. Who's also come up. The old proverbial AWP battle maybe coming out here, but it seems to be putting most of his focus on towards Garage there. Flash will rain out, so maybe we'll see a little bit of a AWP v AWP pick. Doesn't look like that'll be a situation right now, and Mixwell just trying to clear out that sandbag area. So it looks like they'll be trying to go for the mid. No, not mid, just clearing out mid, but the bomb does look like it's living outside of A main there, so it looks like they're going to favor this A bomb site, which is, we haven't seen that yet on this map. It's good stuff. Good thing is that Ghost still have a few flashbangs to use, and as it comes down towards the 45-second mark, if they can start using some of these flashbangs to allow information, but as soon as I say information, Alu gets the pick coming out from sandbags all the way down towards quad. That's going to just leave A site just a little bit more exposed right now. Yeah, Seb's getting pincered here as well. There's not going to be for him. He does get the one frag onto Freiberg here, so timing there a little bit unfortunate not to get the trade. Molly will come out force him, but he does manage to take one down before he gets taken down by the Molly there, so Connor will be rotating up through highway and just posting up waiting for his teammates, which means the bomb will have an opportunity to go down here. A little bit of friendly damage taken by that Molotov, and it looks like the retake will be on in a 3-on-3 situation here very shortly. B takes down Mixwell. Coming in from behind. Yeah. And both Naf, Alu has to hit this one. He takes down Rix, but he's now pincing in. Another great flick on towards Connor. Now it's down towards a 1-on-1. B up against Naf, and Naf managed to transition smart with the AK-47. Gets that final kill on OpTic. Do manage to win it. Just, I don't know if that was a bit of an intentional jiggle peek or just staying a bit too wide at that angle, but yeah, pretty easy kill there in the end for Naf.
And they bring up the 7th round. Once again, we spoke about the economy being in dire straits, and that's exactly what has happened. A couple of seasons coming out once again, so it should be pretty clinical stuff here from OpTic.
Alu is AWPing on 150 ping, and he's still just hitting those. Which is really just...
I didn't even... What? He's got 150 ping.
Yeah, so 3 of the players are playing from EU, so Majestic's got 170, and he's still just holding down the squeaky position at the moment and just making it work so well. And once again, he's just holding outside squeaky. Probably just didn't have the spawn for it.
That's a terrifying thought, isn't it?
It is. It's... given that... I'd say Ghost at the moment is just that the AWP is not working out for them every single time. You can't lose that AWP deal against Alu every single time. You can't be missing these shots. And that's really where it's letting them down. It might just be better to set up as 5 rifles instead. It's just going to be peeking out. Mixwell trying to find this headshot. It's going to take a little bit more damage. The bomb just going to be dropped close towards mid. Only B towards his B site. And he's only going to sting for a little bit before being swatted down. As the rest of Ghost Gaming just stuck towards the A site, locked behind smoke grenades. And now another lost round as OpTic reset their economy. Just managed to build up bank once again. And they're just looking for more kills.
Yeah, absolutely. There's a relatively free bomb site there. Bomb will go down as Mixwell finds Seb, just kind of like hovering around, maybe looking for a couple of exits, but right now it doesn't look like they're going to get too much done there. Just as I said, Connor does manage to avenge his man and take down Mixwell, so Alu will get rid of Rix, and now it's just down to Connor to see if he can bank another frag there with that CZ in hand, but Alu is fully aware of the situation. Connor has a little think about it, but decides not to, and Freiburg will be flanking him from the other side, but loses a battle against the CZ. Eventually, Naf will take him down. So 3 up still for OpTic, losing a few more bodies than they would have liked. Nice little crafty work there from Connor, utilizing that pistol. And still the money, once again, doesn't look too shapely for the guys on Ghost Gaming.
They're forcing up when, I'd say at the moment, it's not the force buys that will work for them. It has to be these full buy rounds. And even then, Connor actually using some of the extra money to buy body armor, smoke, and a flash. It's not a bad decision, but I would like to see him keep it just so that they can actually buy maybe that AWP and extra utility in the next round. Because this round is once again just another throwaway. I'm not sure what they can achieve with these basic pistols. Yeah, it looks like they are counter boosting. No one potentially watching for it just yet, and the bomb has been dropped. Seb's going to take a lot of damage, but Connor's been boosted up. Spots the bomb, lands directly on it, and he might have a great flank on 2 people right now. No one's checking behind. He knows that 2's here. Trigger discipline is so important. He gets 1. He gets the 2nd as well. Takes the off of Alu. But here comes Freiburg out of Squeaky. At least gets the trade. Naf coming through. B Lurker takes the kill on towards Seb. And all the action is just resettled. Good trigger discipline coming out from Connor.
Yeah, I mean, he did it.
Enough.
Yeah. I mean, he did everything he could within his power there to get the 2 frags. Tried to retrieve the AWP, but eventually does get taken down. So now it's a 2-on-3 there. Mollies will rain out to the A bomb site. It looks like it has been given up for the guys on Ghost Gaming. So it looks like they might... I mean, obviously they will pay for a retake, very little, nothing to save there. P250 on Rix. But, I mean, this is a tall drink of water if they're going to achieve anything with these guns in hand. Especially now that ZQK is dead.
Rix might just be trying to hunt for a weapon at the moment, but he knows that A main is just too dangerous. OpTic know that the guns are in A main. They know that Rix most likely will be looking to hunt for them. So Rix is going to play the opposite. He's going to lurk around instead. He hears one back of A main. He's going to try and find one close highway instead. But I think most of the members from OpTic will just exit through their A main position, which is safe. No need to risk charging in other positions, especially giving an AK-47 towards a poor CT economy. 9-3.
9-3 indeed. So, I mean, testament to the guys on Ghost. He does end up going down to that bomb. Maybe trying to find a sneaky frag for someone that was a bit lagging there. But, I mean, they have been competitive. Maybe ZQK is yet to find some rhythm with their WP, so has been letting team down a little bit.
I don't think he's found any rhythm in this game whatsoever. I know that sounds harsh, but if you're sitting on a single kill on the defensive side and you're giving away these first picks, it's a harsh awakening, really, for Ghost Gaming at this stage. They just got to dig in deep at the moment. It's still not over yet.
Makes it all the while harder trying to manage that economy. I've seen so many pistol rounds from them, and they haven't really done too much with it. I mean, want to see a bit more of a heavy stack towards the start, maybe a bit more aggression. But the one time they did have aggression on full rifle round, this got absolutely shut down in A main. So, I mean, I get it. I get it, Ghost Gaming. But it is a shame to see, unfortunately. But on the back of that, OpTic Gaming, and we spoke about this lineup, is a debut coming out here on 150 ping as well. I mean, obviously not the level of competition that you want to see OpTic getting these kind of one-sided results against. I mean, we could argue that they're on maybe different playing fields, but solid effort. But once again, you're probably going to say it's too early to tell anything.
This half is already an OpTic as whether or not Ghost can actually salvage the next 3 rounds or not. They need at least 2 just to try to make their T-side a little bit easier and make it a little bit more respectable. Connor's going to peek out Event, gets the pick on towards Freiberg. This is a much better mid-hold. They get the first 2 kills, and this is what Ghost Gaming needed. Get the first 2 kills, fall back on towards the bomb sites, and just contain it from there. Now Rick's also joining the party as well. Takes down Magist towards Squeaky. Was trying to create an opportunity for his team. Alas, no opportunity was to be found. And Alu, now the AWP. Or just with the knife, actually, just spotting out for information. He's trying to draw away shots. Now pulls out the AWP. He wants to draw attention away on towards the A main. That doesn't work out. Rix gets another kill. Now it's off to Naf. 1 and 5. 17 seconds. Bomb's right next to him, but he has no time to make his way towards the bomb site. He'll just be most likely looking to do some damage. But look at that. Seb's already locking down the line, but Naf comes flying through, gets another kill. Also spots out Rix as well. Rix finally shuts him down, and Ghost, much better round, 4 up.
Yeah, a lot sharper around there, getting those early frags, taking control of the mid position there, and Arlo just doing a little bit of jiggling there, trying to bait out something, spots a couple of players, but eventually does get taken down without firing off a shot. So there you have it, 4th round for Ghost Gaming. Nothing to worry about in terms of finances over for OpTic, stringing together those wins, keeping so many players alive, and still no AWP over on TKK, which is probably not, not a surprise really.
Okay, might be a progression play coming out from OpTic towards the B site. You can see that 4 is stacked towards there, and it's just Alu with the AWP trying to be a distraction. Molotov does come into check as now Rix is going to be touched just a little bit by the Molotov. If this flashbang comes forward from B, this could be sick timing. There's the first flashbang, but Rix does not push on the back of this. Now they're coming up on towards the B bomb site. It's going to be Rix trying his best, but he can only get 1. Good take on the B site. Just not enough aggression from Ghost Gaming this time. And they're just going to fall, and Alu just lurking around towards mid. Another easy kill on towards EQK.
Yeah, so a bit of a shame there. Does get the 1 frag down, but I mean, not as sharp as the last round. You got to think at this stage, what do they have to answer when they end up on that T side?
Not much. I mean,
it's going to be difficult.
Peeking is going to be a little bit easier, given that OpTic don't have as much ping to kind of have that high ping. They can't really hold as easily as Naf does fall. Seb trying his best, but he's surrounded from all sides. Really nothing he can do at the end of the day. And that's not an ideal way to go into the final round. Absolutely no money to really work with for Ghost Game, and OpTic everything to work with. Should be 11-4 half.
It should be indeed. We haven't seen anything too interesting come out of the pistol buy-ups. But here you go, the addition of a scout and a FAMAS. You know what they say when you add a scout and FAMAS?
No.
Yeah, I don't know. That's what I was asking you.
There's no saying. This is just a poor force buy, and I don't think much is going to work out of it.
Yeah, I mean, it would be hard to see them putting up a challenge with this. And we do see the push coming through Squeaky, so they're going to get a lot of information through here, but I mean, what is it worth? We'll see how far Seb goes up with that CZ, but they know there's not too much presence in A there. Nice little flashbang for Mixwell, as he does kind of take this peek there. ZKK very lucky to get alive with his life, but eventually will get protected by Rix and the FAMAS. So it is a 2-on-4 right now. A couple of kills coming out. He will get the rotate onto Z, but if you can find Alu here while he tries to recover that AK, manages to stay alive with 7 HP and does take him down. So it's a 2-on-2 here. A little sliver of hope. Bomb still yet to get planted. Will make its way to mid there. So there you go. They're rotating out. They know that both players are present. They've heard the guns fire out. So they're just, it's a foot race right now. But these guys are staying strong onto the B bomb site. So the call will eventually come out. Maybe the Q will be when that bomb goes down. They're just standing strong right now.
Do you want me good?
Well, will be good.
If that Molotov kills both of them. So Magisk has a single Molotov. They're both on 15-7. And now the Rooster's going to be up. It's A bomb site, guys. They should have been aware of the potential. You can see Magisk already hard on the hunt. He's just going to be listening in for information. And, well, okay, looks like Ghosts weren't really listening in. And Magisk double down. Not with the Molotov, but it's just with the AK-47 instead. And OpTic 11-4 on towards their now CT side. Looking good so far.
I mean, CT side of map, right?
Not essentially. It's more economy-sided. If the CTs... The biggest problem for Ghost in that half was just that economy management. Every single time they did manage to string together one buy round, because saw like there were standout rounds. Seb went huge in one round. Rix towards the end also picked up a few kills as well. They started chaining in a few together, and then they just lost slip of a single round, and there was just a double eco once again. Yeah,
I mean, ZKK really needs to put that up to work, but unfortunately, he got the better. I mean, it's one thing to lose to a player of Alu's caliber, but he was also losing fights to Mixwell, and that's just not what you want from someone locking down the site. But we do have another second half there, and I do believe in Ghost Gaming and the fact that this is a CT-sided map, we'll have a very exciting second half of OpTic taking on Ghost Gaming for the ESL Pro League right after this short break. Hello and welcome back to the ESL Pro League North American Division Match Day 1. We're currently halftime on Cache with OpTic Gaming taking a lead 11-4 against Ghost. What do you think Ghost need to pull out to kind of put it to this new OpTic lineup?
They just need to be hitting their shots and going in together. If they start getting strung apart and they don't execute on the back of their, on their planned strategies, that's when trouble is going to start brewing up.
Yeah, absolutely.
Especially on the CT side, because, I mean, we can see on their CT side, they were just missing a lot of easy shots. Only a couple of them were standing up, and now it's up to them to stand up once again on the T side. It's hard to hit shots on the CT side, though, mind you. But if your AWP's failing, ZQK really has got to... He's really got to pick himself up.
A lot of impetus on him. He really does need to bring it here and try to open up one of these bomb sites with that all-important gun in hand. But truth be told, let's face facts right now. Does Ghost have a chance to take out this map?
Probably not.
Probably not.
Probably not.
That's the real talk there.
Notice that I didn't say definitely not. Probably not.
You like to cover your bases, huh? You like to cast a wide net.
I'm a very safe caster.
Yeah, that's very good. I don't. Ghost, this is how much I care. Ghost's going to win. They're going to come back and they're going to take this map.
Do you want me to go get the egg from the supermarket right now?
What are you going to do with the egg?
You've heard of the saying egg on the face, haven't you?
Oh, yeah, egg on the face, right. It's going to put on my face, right.
Yes.
I was really scared there for a second. No, but in all seriousness, yeah, I do find, especially if they don't take away this pistol. It was a great pistol round, though, so they might have some interesting pistol round strats for the T side, carried around, maybe try to get a bit of momentum, get that economy, put the flip side of the coin onto OpTic and make sure that AWP doesn't get into the hands of Alu there. But on the other side of that, if they lose a pistol, it's going to be a very short half, isn't it?
Potentially.
Yeah.
That's an old
Potentially.
Potentially.
Give me an
Potentially,
answer.
Maybe, by chance, 60-40.
Perhaps. At the end of the day, Counter-Strike is the winner.
Heads or tails, call it in the air.
Or
on the side of the coin.
This makes it dynamic, right? Like, I'm the brazen risk taker that makes an ass of himself, and you're the guy that just... You should run for president one day.
Nah, I don't think so.
No?
We're just too mellow.
Too mellow?
Yeah, just too mellow.
Yeah, well.
I like to keep it chill. Speaking of chill...
You don't know where this segue is going.
I was trying to figure out where to go for this one. I couldn't think of anything at that particular stage. Everything that's been said has been said for OpTic as well. Let me show you how Pro does it.
Yeah. To keep it chill, let's go for the second half thrill.
There we are.
I hate myself.
But you see, because then the game actually comes up, so it works so well.
I had no idea. I did not get a cue for that, so it came up. And the CS gods go after me right now because I was going to say something else. But here we go. Pistol round coming out. All important for Ghost Gaming. But when is a pistol round not important? When you're taking on the likes of this new hot and sexy EU branded OpTic lineup. Let's see if they can bring that same glory they have on the CT side over to the T side. It looks like a bit of a default here. Just seeing if there's any bit of aggression spread across the map. Looks like that bomb will be living outside of A main. And once again, it's just a standard split here from OpTic there. It's 2-on-2.
Everyone's just chilling out. Just a little bit of early aggression coming out from Mixwell on towards Squeak. He does a little bit of damage towards B. There's a smoke. Oh, there's the first flashbang just to allow a few peeks as well as entry in towards Sunroom. Still default though. No one from Ghost Gaming really moving around, and the bomb still left outside A main, as you did mention, DK.
Thanks for mentioning I mentioned that, mate.
No worries.
That's weird.
I just wanted to acknowledge.
Right.
I didn't want to just go like,
well,
it's A main.
We want more followers, right? So yes, thank you for acknowledging. IDK acknowledged that the bomb was outside A main Karath.
Yes.
Thank you. Karath.
I acknowledge that now that they're also going towards the A bomb site, and Magisk Boy is just spotting towards A main. There's the smoke on the cross, and the flashbang has to come out. The shoulder peaks do come out as well. Magisk, risky game to be playing, 170 ping holding a line, but he's going to get another headshot. He's going to find 2 as well, and he's just reloading at the moment. He's going to pick up 3 as well. They do manage to eventually flush it out, but at what cost? The bomb plant still hasn't gone down, and Alu and Naf just come in and clean up. It's just a surround on the A bomb site, and Ghost cannot do anything at all.
Yeah, that was just absolute. He even managed to take one down with him to get the 3K magic.
Did you see that? Like, Magisk crosshair was nowhere near. That's just the magic of high latency. It's just nowhere near. The bullet just thinks it goes somewhere near a T's head. It's like, oh yeah, it does go there maybe about 300 milliseconds in the future. And there you have it, dead Ghost Gaming.
Yeah, it works out for him. He rewards himself with an M4 in the second round to lock it down. Maybe they mean all business here. Picking up 3 rifles and the UMP and the MP7 over onto OpTic, and it looks like obviously the Force Spy coming out. A couple of utilities out. Armor on 4 players. B with that D trying to find some sick headshots there. He plugs away and unfortunately does not land a shot onto Alu. Eventually will take him down. So there's one of the rifles out of the hands there. Mixwell's very close here, so if Seb decides to get a bit more peaky, he might find it at the cost of his life, but it will just be staying up on this boost position, watching if there is a little bit of aggression coming from that squick area, but nice little shot there. Just spraying away with that. Not necessarily spraying, but just a little bit of spam with that deagle.
Well, Seb does fall. Freiburg gets that pick, and B's just dancing around. Flashbang comes to remain as well. So just that aggression being chased off a mid is now the B side attack is just going to commence in earnest. It's going to be Connor leading the charge. Good flashbang, but Connor pushes in a little bit late. Doesn't allow Naf to escape, and Naf does finally manage to pick up that kill. He's down towards 2 HP though. He just has to hide back and check. His knows that ZQK is in there now. His teammate from Headshot has spotted it out, and Naf just needs to stay alive and dance around. Nothing else he can do right now. Has to trust in his teammates, and Vix, well, is going to back up his teammate and flush out ZQK from checkers. But oh, Magisk, his back has been left exposed. Now B's found himself an M4 as well as the A bomb site. Bomb making its way through highway. Flashbang comes forward, but Freiburg, very low HP B, means that he falls immediately, but the bomb plant will go through just in time, and he'll die. Eventually.
Seems like the way to go down. Unfortunately, can't take anyone down with him. Naf manages to stay alive onto HP there, so, I mean, nice cover from his bro there, Mixwell. And, you know, looks like there's some pretty decent dynamic there on the team, but once again, they're in full control right now. No stress. Can go for a bit more of those bolder players, and we'll bring up 13-4 right now. Bomb plant did go down there, but they forced up into that round, so it looks like the AKs won't be coming out until the next. And should be pretty stock standard stuff here for OpTic Gaming heading into this round.
Alright, 4 M4s from us. For Ghosts, same old really, just pistols. They did manage to get the bomb plant down, so they can afford a bunch of basic pistols, but ZQK with a single Glock makes me think that he will look to pick up the AWP and B.
That touchdown there didn't have a chance in hell, unfortunately. B will go down, be the first victim of this upgraded pistol round. Very little, no armor there. Rix has got the CZ in hand. I always find it interesting. But there you go. Spray down. Coming down from Freiburg. Should find a second, but actually does get taken down by Rix and that CZ, but Arlo knows exactly where he is. So it's actually ZQK, but he also knows where Rix is and doesn't actually get the frag there. So Magix will defend his honor and take him down for 14-4. The guns will finally come out here. And I was just saying that I find it interesting. Even after the nerf there, when people opt for that CZ over the Tech 9. Maybe not so much since the nerf. I still think
no, more after the nerf. Tech 9 has gone down dramatically.
To justify the CZ though?
Yes.
Yeah?
Because the whole point of the CZ is like, if you're flooding a site, you want rapid firing weapons. The Tech 9 no longer is that weapon that you can flood a bomb site with. So for me, it's not a surprise that they're slowly starting to move away, because you just got to find that rhythm when you're tapping away the Tech 9, and it's just slowed down so dramatically. It's almost useless unless you're about a meter away from the person. Which, you don't need it to be. This is an interesting this is counter boost coming out from Ghost Gaming. I like it.
There you go.
Which means that ZQK finally gets a kill with the AWP.
Yeah, it was on his counter punt. Alu there, so Mixwell will pick up that AWP. And Yeah, nice little way to start out this first rifle round. I mean, it's not all but over, as you know, people say as Magic finds a nice little shot from the B, it pops up on the door. But ZQK finally putting that AWP to work there, just opening up on Magic's boys. So it looks like it's a 2K for him as Sab takes down Freiburg, and it's a 2-on-4 situation. So shaping up to be a nice little round here for Ghost Gaming.
OpTic might just opt to save for this one. 2-on-4, they have nowhere near the B bomb site. They don't know that bomb's actually flooding or floating back towards B. As soon as the bomb plant goes down, expect them to continue defensive countermeasures.
Defensive countermeasures. I like it, man. It's good.
Countermeasures is a decent word.
I think that whole sentence was decent. I would have just been like, yeah, no, save these guns, eh?
Yeah, just book it.
Yeah, just
book it.
Actually, no, book it's
okay,
cool as well.
Mixwell is booking it, but towards the bomb site.
Maybe he's just going to try to do a little sneaky, hold this line, get a cheeky little exit and retreat back into CT if that is the case. And I really doubt people will be coming through the tree there. I think they'll just hightail it out of B main. So, might not be a lot of action here. But you never know. Just grinding it away.
Sorry, I was about to... I'm sorry for cutting off. I actually love the fact that OpTic, I know we're always going back towards OpTic once again. Bear with us. Mixwell and Alu can both pick up the AWP.
Yeah.
So Alu, primary AWPer, but Mixwell's actually opted to go for the first defensive AWP. They have two highly functional AWPers. Like Mixwell never wanted to be the primary AWPer, but he was forced into the role. And as a result, I'd say he's a pretty good one.
He's ended up being pretty good, but maybe that's just taking the... Because we've seen what he can do
with a rifle
on the entries there, yeah. So maybe it takes a bit of pressure off him there. But it might be interesting to see maybe heading to maps like Train, whatever, if they do opt for that double op setup.
Just makes the CT side a little bit more dynamic, so to speak. I mean,
Makes
the
it more
previous...
AWP.
Yeah, the previous OpTic, I don't think they really had that insanely strong second AWPer, but Mixwell was good enough to be that primary AWPer, even though he didn't want to be. Now he can just kind of go, yeah, I can put my hand up, I can AWP this round. And then you got Alu, who, well, I guess depends on which day it is, whether it's God Alu or Bot Alu. So far it's seeming like God Alu.
Yeah, well, he found the Red Bull. You know? That's why he's a god right now. But yeah, it's great to see how these guys are coming to form.
God Alu, there we go. Pick on towards
Absolutely.
ZQK. Flashbang to get A main control as well. Mixwell gets another pick. And all yeah, Rick's just charging in, no fear whatsoever, ignores the flashbang. We'll be able to get the kill on Mixwell, but they've already lost 4 members, or 3 members. Magisk, he wants to go for round 2. There's the first flashbang, but it's semi-what miss. They've exited out of A main, and they might just boost back up as well. 50 seconds left. Rix has to go pretty big with this AK-47. He's got to get this entry.
Yeah, Alu is trying to lock down that mid position. Not too much focus onto the boost there, but seeing where they will drop down. We'll see if we can get a nice little frag onto Rix if he does stay in that position, which it looks like he will be putting most of his attention towards Garage. But let's see. Rix is playing a dangerous game. Oh, lands a B-hop there. Finds a nice little frag. So there you go. Alu gets taken down. It looks like they will be trying to come up highway towards that A-bomb site. Molly rains out and they should be wrapping all the way around through Z towards B. And surely Freiburg is keen onto this, but he only has a FAMAS in hand.
Oh no, Naf has left himself exposed. They should have been aware of the potential, and Freiburg's going to drop down! He gets the pick on towards a bomb carrier, and he gets the kill on towards Rix as well. Huge round coming out from Freiburg. Freiburg.
Nice.
Freiburg.
Yeah, so great little play there, kind of put all against him, but, you know, just Freiburg doing Freiburg things, I guess. And he brings up match point for his new team, 15-5. And there he goes, a nice little bio round, not unfamiliar to the halftime point. On the previous map, we've seen 8K, a Galil, a couple to 50%. Tech 9 on ZQK, all the utility they can buy, nothing left to save for here. Try to save this game, taking it to overtime, but it's very, very tall ask. But he does take down Alu right now, and we'll be able to retrieve that gun.
Well, this AK very, very close towards taking down ZQK, and Freiburg just very, very close. He wants the aggression. He wants this to end. No, okay, he's just backing off. You trying to utilize that close B main box. So yes, there was the early pick on towards Alu, but only a UMP gained, and really they would have preferred a primary assault rifle. Mixwell is going on the hunt. Mixwell, he will surely be taken out right now. No, B, dancing in the Molotov, doesn't manage to capitalize on the opportunity.
How did he get over his life there? That was B should have bounced a little bit early. Think that frag should have come out. The bait was there. And a couple of these team players, there's a 4-on-4 here, but Ricks will get taken down. Sem takes fight as well. Mixwell doing some great work with that M4 in hand. And he's going to take the pistol out and just finish off B as well. So, I mean, you just cannot stop this kid right now. DQK on 17 health will get taken down by Freiburg. So there you go.
16-5.
Benito, 16-5. Train started a couple of promising rounds. I think we saw one sort of decent round from Ghost with the rifles in hand on that CT side, but otherwise it was those pistols that they won, and very convincing showing from the newly founded OpTic lineup.
It really boiled down, and that round really just boiled down towards OpTic just going, hey, let's just push, let's just have open positions, and you can see that the communication isn't just on that top tier point yet. A lot of the times there was a pick on a position and someone just left their flank completely exposed.
Yeah.
So it was either just, maybe it was just a gamble as well. Maybe they're just going, look, most likely it won't be going through there. It's too risky, so they won't come through here. And then they got caught out by surprise. They weren't expecting the fast push and the timings.
Maybe
regardless, the result is still 16-5. They're going to be happy with that, especially considering, once again, 3 of them playing from Europe with that high ping. And they just completely destroy Ghost Gaming.
Yeah, I think
that's just one-sided.
There is too much on that. I mean, maybe there might be comms issues, but it also just might be a little bit disrespect, right? They're in full control of the match. I mean, you got people like Mixwell hitting shots like he does, just, you know, go ham. Let's just treat this like a pug, frag up, have a bit of fun, feel a mountain, see what happens. And really, to be honest, there were those flanks. I mean, we saw that great work by old mate in CZA main getting that flank with the trigger discipline, getting 2 frags. But even at that stage, it never looked like OpTic were in doubt to take out this map. And now we head into Inferno, if I'm not mistaken. And yeah, and I mean, Cash lends itself to the hot aimers. It's a bit more puggy. There might be more strats coming, but will this favor OpTic more or less? I mean, it could go either way.
It sits on the crossfires once again on the AWP. So I don't know where Ghost Gaming want to go in terms of emphasis on the bomb site. It's going to be going down towards that banana control. If Ghost Gaming, I'm fairly certain they'll be starting the T side. If they lose control of that Nana area, it's just going to be a complete disaster. Coming back on towards Keish. I mean, really the impact players for me on this one was just the 3 people, Magisk, Mixwell, and Alu. I mean, Freiburg as well as NAF had their times when they shined, but it was really those 3 that were stepping up, especially Mixwell, just getting all those entries just off camera. And at the end of the day as well for Ghost, I mean, 2 positives in Seb as well as Rix. Rix started off with a good pistol round with a 3 kill and got a few more kills with the rifles afterwards and tried to give him a bit more of a chance. Seb, obviously that 4 kill on towards A main, but it just wasn't enough. The rest of Ghost Gaming just weren't really in the server. A lot of missed shots early on. Maybe that was just nerves going against so many high caliber opponents.
Yeah, absolutely. And we did see Connor come up with a couple little cheeky frags as well, but that's only because it was a broken play happening. It was just kind of trying to get a little bit creative and work some magic, which you did in some instances, but obviously not enough to bring any kind of impact for that Ghost Gaming lineup. But Inferno, it's a new map, it's a new day for these guys. Try to just brush it off. Maybe there was some early morning jitters. This could really be the platform where
I wouldn't say early morning. It's
kind of
it's evening over there.
Yeah, but these are gamers, man.
It's evening
when I
over
was
there.
grinding. Yeah, but when I was grinding game, I would get up at like 6 p.m.
I don't think that's how it works over there. They'll probably get up maybe around 12.
Okay, so we will have the second map. OpTic just took out Cage 16-5 against Ghost Gaming. We'll have Inferno straight after this on match day 1 of the ESL Pro League. Don't go anywhere.